Today we are starting our lectures, and first topic will be basic probability. And we have to start with random events. So random event is an event that can either happen or not. This is actually the result of some stochastic experiment. So we can toss a coin or a dice or do something like that can have random outcome, and we say that this is a random event and we write it down as A, B, C and so on. If random event happens always, then we write it down as capital Omega, and if event cannot happen at all, we write down it as this. For example, we can have, if we are tossing the coin, then event A can be that we have heads. We can conduct some operations with events. For example, we can add two events. If we add two events, then it means that A or B will happen. If we multiply two events, A and B will happen. If we have that A times B is an impossible event, then events A and B are independent. We can also subtract one event from other. A minus B means that A happened, B not happened. And we can also make complementation of an event. That means that A not happened. Let's try some example. So let us have event A, that we have even number of points when tossing a dice. So A is when we have even number of points, and B we have number of points less or equal than 3. So if we add A and B, it means even number of points or less than 3 points. So we can have 1, 2, 3 points, 4 points, we can have 5 and we can have 6. So any result except 5 points. If we multiply A and B, that means A and B have to happen simultaneously. So less or equal than 3 points and even number of points, then only answer is 2 points. We have to introduce one more thing. Complete set of events. We have H1, H2 and so on, Hn. This is complete set of events if multiplication of two different events gives us impossible event, and if we add every event we will get omega, events that will always happen. So for example, we can have that H1 is 1 point while throwing a dice, H2 is 2 points, H3 3 points, H4 4 points, H5 5 points and H6 6 points. This will be complete set of events because dice cannot be tossed with result of several points, but one of these events will happen. So, what is a probability? Probability of some event A is fraction between number of cases when this event can happen divided by number of cases total. So if we have, say, 3 white spheres and 2 color spheres, then probability of randomly choosing a white sphere will be 3 divided by 5, because we have total 5 outcomes and 3 of them will be choosing the white sphere. Also, choosing black sphere will be 2 divided by 5. This will be complete set of events. So, if we have event omega that will happen for sure, its probability is 1. Probability of impossible event is 0. If we want to toss a coin, then we have only 2 outcomes: heads or tails. So, probability of heads will be 1/2, and probability of tails will also be 1/2. Actually, a lot of scientists in medieval ages tried to prove this. So, starting from 18th century, different scientists tossed coins starting from 4,000 times, and the greatest number of tosses was 80,000 times, and they got actually something close to 0.5. Okay, so what if we have some more complex choosing problem? For example, we have 10 lottery tickets and we have 3 win tickets among them. And we want to choose, say, 3 tickets, that 1 will be win ticket and 2 won't be win tickets. So A is the event that we have 1 win ticket of 3 chosen. So, let's say of 4. So we don't mess with this number. Okay, so probability of this event, we choose 1. We have to choose 1 ticket out of 3 win tickets and 3 tickets out of remaining 7 tickets. How do we do this? We do this using a specific formula of combinations. We choose k elements from a heap of n elements. So number of ways to do this is n factorial divided by k factorial and minus k factorial. So to remind you what is factorial, n factorial is n by n minus 1 by n minus 2 and so on by 1. So it's multiplication of every number from 1 to n. And 0 factorial is 1. So P of A, probability of this event, we have to choose 1 ticket from 3 win tickets. We have to choose 3 more tickets from non-win tickets, and total number of cases that we can choose any ticket from these 10 lottery tickets will be 4 out of 10. Now we calculate this. numbers. So we have 3 factorial divided by 2 factorial, 1 factorial, multiplied by 7 factorial, divided by 3 factorial, 4 factorial, and everything is divided by 10 factorial, by 4 factorial, 6 factorial. Now we have to calculate this. So we can cancel this one. We cancel 4 factorial and 7 factorial. We get 5 by 6 by 7, and 3 factorial is 6, so we can cancel these two. Here we cancel 6 factorial and 10 factorial. We get 7 by 8 by 9 by 10, and 4 factorial is 1 by 2 by 3 by 4. 2 and 4 can cancel 8. 3 can cancel 9, we will get 3. So in the end we get 3 by 5 by 7 divided by 7 by 3 by 10. We can cancel 7, we can cancel 3, we can cancel 10 and 5, so we will have 1/2 remaining. This will be the answer. What if we cannot count number of cases when our event will happen? For example, we want to throw a dart in a target. And actually there is a hell lot of points here. Infinite number. Here and here. How to calculate the probability that we will hit the bullseye? Actually, for this case, we can use lengths, areas, volumes, and so on. This is called geometric probability. If we have this target, total area, say 50 square centimeters, and area of bullseye is 5 square centimeters, then probability of event that we will hit a bullseye will be area of a bullseye divided by total area of this target. Let's say this will be S2, so we'll have S2 plus S1. So 5 centimeters divided by 50 plus 5 centimeters will be 5/55, which will be 1/11. This is the probability of hitting this target. Also, there are a nice set of problems that can be solved geometrically when we have two events that can happen together, but they are independent. For example, two persons have to meet from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. During 1 hour, 12 a.m. So every person comes to the point, waits for 15 minutes and leaves. And every person comes at random time during 12 a.m. and 1 p.m. What is the probability that they will meet? So we say that X is time when first person comes, Y is the time that second person comes. Now we have time for first person from 0 to 1, for second person from 0 to 1. And actually, time of first person and second person, we combine these two elements into coordinates of a point. So any combination of arrival times will give us some point from this rectangle. Now, what is the condition that they will meet? That if X comes to the place first and y comes later, then y is bigger than x, and difference between y and x has to be less or equal than 15 minutes or 1/4. Similarly, if y comes to the place first, then x minus y has to be less or equal than 1/4 also. Now we just have to draw these relations on this square. Now, if we had equalities here, this has to happen simultaneously, then we will have y is less or equal than 1/4 plus x, and y is greater or equal than minus 1/4 plus x. So, if we had equalities here, 1/4 plus x is something like this, and minus 1, this is minus 1/4 plus x, and 1/4 plus x will be something like this. Actually, they are parallel lines. So, if we have these two inequalities happen simultaneously, then we'll have area between these two lines. So we have to calculate area of this shape. Actually, is much easier is to calculate area of these two shapes and subtract them from total area of this rectangle. Now, area of rectangle is 1. So total area is 1. These two areas are actually triangles with side 3/4. So we will have here 1/2 by 3/4 square. Area of the triangle, same here. So area S1 that they won't meet is this area plus this area, or 3/4 square, which is 9/16. And area of this part that they will meet will be 1 minus 9/16. This method is also called the method of complementary event. Sometimes it's much easier to find not the probability of the event that we are asked for, but probability of complementary event, as in this case. So this area will be 16 minus 9 is 7, 7/16, and probability of the event that they will meet is 7/16 divided by area of this rectangle divided by 1 will be 7 divided by 16.